What's up guys, it's All Day Anthony, and in today's video, my Evo 9 MR has been sitting for far too long. Let's fix that. Alright guys, and welcome back to a long overdue Evo 9 video, where today I'm going to be giving you my annual Evo update. Now this car has been sitting for well over a year, meaning that I haven't washed it, I haven't changed the oil, I haven't done anything on this car other than periodically take it for a few drives, and honestly, it needs some love. You guys probably can't tell on camera, but this thing is legitimately covered in so much dust. And then of course we got to change the oil because you know what? I got to keep this thing happy and healthy. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw on the GoPro. I actually have to run down to O'Reilly's to pick up some oil. I already have an oil filter ready to go, and we're going to be giving this an oil change here, actually in the new garage setup. Don't mind the salt bags over here. But this flooring, I'm kind of curious how this is going to go because I've never changed the oil over top of Swisstrax flooring, and I'm hoping I don't make a massive mess. But anyways, enough talking. Let's throw on the GoPro and go for a drive. Oh man, what a year this has been. I feel so bad that this car has just been sitting and sitting, and how many times am I gonna check that shifter there? What the heck? The car's mad at me. Let's try that again. Oh, clutch wasn't in. See what I mean? It's been that long. I don't even know how far the clutch pedal is supposed to engage. Ridiculous. Alright, so, gosh, this car sounds so freaking good. Now that we're in the car and we're going for a drive, I should probably explain why the Evo has been sitting for so long. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, then you'll know that last summer I actually had a disc injury in my back, which caused me some like severe nerve pain going down my leg. And so when that all started, technically it was about this time last year, so about spring of 2024, I wasn't really able to drive stick shift a whole lot without being in pain. And so with that said, a lot of the cars just kind of stopped getting driven, and the Evo was pretty much the most non-driven car out of the bunch. And so with that said, I kind of just had to just set it aside and say, hey, I'll worry about this on a different day. And holy smokes, that's a pretty gnarly accident, man. So anyway, the Evo was pretty much the most neglected out of all of the cars, and so I didn't feel good enough to wash it. I didn't feel good enough to drive it. I know that sounds crappy, but believe me when I say it was crappy. The whole thing totally sucked. And so with that said, this was actually the first car that I wanted to jump back into the moment I was starting to feel good again, because I miss driving this thing so much, and it's so much freaking fun. And I promise you that after a year or so of not really driving an Evo and then jumping into it, it felt like I bought a brand new car again. It was amazing. And so every chance I've had to be able to drive this car, I've pretty much been jumping on it. But with that said, every time I've jumped in here, I'm like, crap, dude, the oil needs to be changed on this. O'Reilly's, baby. All right. Did I bring? Yes, I did bring my wallet. Okay, sweet.
A few moments later.
All right, oil acquired, 10W30, Mobile 1. It's been what I've been going with for like, what, how many years have I owned this car? Oh my God, have I owned this thing for like 12 years now? I have. I love this thing. This car is so badass. Gotta get into a little boost before we get home. Oh my gosh, this car is so freaking fun. Oh man. I'm telling you, it feels like a freaking rocket jumping into this car every single time. I just love it, man. This thing sounds so good. Oh, I love it. All right, back home. Let's get the hood popped here, and then I need to figure out what the heck my plan is for getting this oil change done over the Swisstrax here. I'm gonna see if I have like a big piece of cardboard or something lying around, because Yeah, that would suck to have a spill underneath this and then have to rip everything up and try to clean it up. That wouldn't be fun at all. So this is from my other exhaust, so this will be perfect. But I don't think that could be any more perfect in terms of size. That's amazing. We are just gonna use that and hope for the best. Can't really do the floor jack kick on this like I used to. Oh my God, there's like cobwebs. There's cobwebs on this car. All right, tighten that bad boy up. Make sure my posture is good on my back. I have not jacked up a car in, I don't even know how long it's been. It's been a while. What would be the better way to do this? I'm guessing do this. Yeah, squat downward and press down. Yeah, dude, that Swisstrax is like totally bowing there in the middle. What? Yeah, dude, that is totally damaging that crap. That's very frustrating. I'm like super pissed about that. All right, so we are going 17 somewhere. I'm so pissed about this freaking flooring. Go figure, like the first thing I do, like I got this flooring because I legit thought there wasn't gonna be any issue with me jacking things up on it. And each one of these tiles is like what, $6? So I've for sure got damage on that one. I don't know, I gotta stop talking about it. I'm just gonna get more and more pissed off, I think. Oil cap coming off. This oil's gonna be scorching, dude. This is gonna be pretty warm. Nice. All right, let's see if we're gonna make a mess. All right, oil filter. Oh my God, dude, I'm like missing. Yeah, the cardboard is only gonna do so much. Dude, I feel like the grip strength of a small child right now. Come on, dude. This freaking thing, dude. Got it. I got it. Where's it all gonna fall? Oh my God, it's so hot. All right, let's see if we can break the Swisstrax some more. I'll lower this down. All right, so while that's draining out, we'll go ahead and get the filter ready here. So brand new OEM filter. I usually buy these a handful at a time, but this one's been sitting for a long time. I don't know why I'm so mad about that Swisstrax situation, but I'm just mad. Oil filter, we'll fill that up just a little bit. All right, that should be pretty much it. That's got to be all drained out at this point. It's been like 10 minutes or so. Here we go. All right, car's back on the ground. So I think we're doing what, 4.8 quarts or something like that. All right, here we go. And we're gonna not make a mess. Oh, we just made a mess. What is going on with my life right now? All right, so we're at like, I want to say we're at like 4.5 quarts right now. And so we're going to start it up, let it run for a minute, check for leaks, and then top it off. Little level check here. And we're probably going to be a little low. Much, yeah, we're right there. All right, done deal. Let's go ahead and close this up, pull it out, and break out the pressure washer and give this a quick wash. All right, so sun started coming out, so I kind of backed the Evo up just by like halfway in the garage, halfway in the driveway. I'm not gonna wash a car here in the Swisstrax. It's gonna have way too much standing water, especially with how cold it is still. So kind of half and half here. So what I'm gonna do is just rinse off the car first. I'm gonna knock out the wheels, and then I'm just gonna rinse the entire Evo. And then from there, I'll just pull it in and then basically just do a rinseless wash, which is normally what I do on the car anyways, but there's just so much dust on there, it's not gonna all rinse off if I were to just use a pump sprayer. So anyways, wheels first, let's jump to it. Dude, this pressure washer is insane. This Krenzla I got, it's like the best. For the wheels and tires, I'm gonna use Brimstone by Alchemist. Stuff's pretty awesome. So get the tires first. Basically, whatever dressing I think that Discount Tire put on here. When I first put on these tires, I told them not to put a dressing on, but I don't think they heard me. And it like turned every single one of my tires brown. And I hate that. So I'm gonna give this a good scrub. This stuff smells awesome, by the way. It smells like kind of like a cologne or like sandalwood. Dunk this in here. So the reason why I like using a towel over a brush for the wheels is because like all my wheels, again, they're ceramic coated, so they don't really need a lot to clean them up. So I find just a nice soft towel is pretty much perfect. All right, so I just pulled the Evo in, and honestly, dude, this car is like clean. I could probably just dry it and call it good, but I'll go through and actually wash it because I kind of want to. Anyways, what I do here is grab my little handy pump sprayer, and inside this I think I have Wolfgang Uber rinseless wash. And I like this when I'm just doing kind of like a maintenance wash because it's got a little bit of wax in it. And so I just go through and give it a quick spray down after pumping it up 50,000 times. Now, I do have fancy sprayers. The fancy sprayers are empty, and this one was full. So I'm like, F it. Just gonna use this, even though I kind of hate this thing. Those tires look like absolute dog crap. They look freaking horrible. So anyways, what the heck? So I'll go through, rinse the entire car down like a crazy person. So this is a chemical, right, that I'm putting on here, but the chemical will clean any remaining dirt once I go through with a couple towels. And then it's also, again, kind of has a little bit of wax built into it, so it's kind of top things off. Now this car has been ceramic coated 7 years ago, actually like 8 years ago. An OptiCoat Pro Plus, and it's still performing like the day we put it on there. This stuff is nuts. It's a really good coating. It's unfortunate that it's not like available to the public because it really puts on a killer show and has great hydrophobic effects and all that good stuff. And now is the easy part. So inside this bucket right here, I have like a bunch of towels. And these are all soaking in the same, kind of liquid, same kind of rinseless. And so what I do is I just fold these into fourths like this, and then literally just start wiping the car down, just like that. Let's see if I'm gonna pull off. Yeah, so still dirt on there. And then I'll flip it periodically, go through, and then flip to a different side. So this is like called the multiple towel method. And the only reason why I do that, I only do that on this car. All the other cars I wash like a normal human being. But this car is so, how do I say this? Like, it is so swirl-free, scratch-free, everything, that I just wash it like a crazy person because of that. Like I said, the proof is kind of in the pudding, right? I wouldn't be doing this unless it worked this well over the years. So it's nice. I get to relax. I don't have to worry about there being soap on the car or anything like that. I get to like literally just zen out and just wash the car. Go through, and then, like I said, I'll probably discard that towel, grab a new one here, and then rinse and repeat on the other side. I even mentioned this in a previous video. I still put this car like on a pedestal, and I think it's because I don't think I'll ever find a cleaner Evo than this. And because of that, this is like the one car that just stresses me out. It's because I have such like a, I don't know, attachment to this thing, because it's a, you know, it's a JDM legend. It's the freaking Evo 9. It's the coolest, you know, 4-door rally car, sedan, whatever you want to call it. And there's nothing else out there that I would want more than an Evo 9. And so the thing is I always think about, if I were to ever get rid of this thing, what would I get rid of it for? And I've said this before, there's nothing I want bad enough or that does it better than this car. My friend Jimmy, he got a GR Corolla and he gave me a ride in it. And honestly, that car is freaking awesome. I've also been in the Type Rs, right? Been in the FL5, a modified FL5. And what's funny is that car was like heavily modified, right? 400 something horsepower, a ton of fun, but like it did not give me Evo vibes. Like it didn't fill that void for me when I drove it or when I rode in it. And so the tough part is that like I love this car so much that there's nothing else out there that I want more. I don't know. Maybe some people will agree with me. If you're an Evo owner as well, maybe you think I'm a crazy person, but like the next step up after an Evo in the tuner realm, I don't know, Supra, if you want to call that a tuner, jumping into more Euro stuff. Like I know like the F80 M3s, freaking dope, dude. Those cars are awesome. As far as tuning goes and all that, I think it definitely would kind of fit the bill there. But like, I don't even think that car looks as good as this car. And like, looks are a huge thing for me. Hence why I'm so crazy about how I'm washing this car right now. And so, like, I feel like the looks have to be there for any car I jump into, any project I jump into. I mean, half the reason why I bought a Raptor in the first place wasn't because of how capable it was because of how badass the Raptor it looks. I mean, the Raptor's freaking awesome, dude. So that's one of those weird things that, I don't know, it's hard to describe. When I see other Evos on the road, it's like, it's super few and far between. Like, I very rarely will see an Evo 8 or an Evo 9 on the road, like super rarely. I saw one the other day and I was like, no way, freaking Evo. And they just have this presence to them, man. Like, I don't know if it's because I own one and I'm biased, but like when I see one on the road, I'm like, dude, that car looks so freaking mean. It's so awesome. And yeah, I don't know. All right, so pretty much I think I've touched everything. I've wiped everything down except for the side skirts. That's the one last thing I need to do. So let's knock out the side skirts really quick. And that tire is just looking worse and worse and worse. What the heck? I can't believe how bad that looks, dude. Don't ever let Discount Tire throw on that trash dressing that they throw on, let alone leave it stay on for as long as I have. Done. So what I do now, one more time, again, this is crazy people stuff, rinse it down, a little bit more of this stuff one more time, then I'll go through with my drying towel and dry it all off. All right, so for the drying step here, I got some, it's not bead maker, it's P&S paint gloss, which is like a quick detailer. And I just have a towel, and so what I'll do is a couple sprays into my towel, and then just find a starting point, and then start drying it up. It's just when a car is coated like this, and the coating is still in such good shape, like it's still beating exactly how it should, you don't really need to top it off with more spray sealants, not necessarily. So like, there's lots of different, I don't know, there's tons of different products out there that do that, but this is just easy. All right, almost done here. Get the wing. Carbon fiber on this is still in such good shape, but what I want to do eventually is get some PPF on it just to, I don't know, keep it protected for like ever. All right, so knocking out the rear here. One thing that I just thought of that I need to do is I need to get the STM rear crash beam on. So I ordered that, not this Black Friday, but like the last Black Friday, and I completely forgot that I've had it until I saw it earlier today, and I'm like, crap, dude, I got to get that on. So right now, for anybody wondering, I'm not running a crash beam, which also stressful, right? That's a stressful thing, not running a crash beam. So I want to get that on so I have something there, because with the JDM rear, technically, obviously the USDM crash beam doesn't fit unless you modify it and re-weld it and do all that. So that's something I need to do here eventually. We'll get that done. All right, last step here. Blow it all off. All right, so I had to take a quick little break there. Went and grabbed some tacos with the fam, and so now back in the garage. Before I start cleaning things up, I wanted to see if I could just get these tires cleaned up. And I'm using some Stoner's Terminator, and it is working beautifully. Like, this stuff is just melting right off. So thank God, dude. I was pissed. I was like, this is not working. Scrubbing it off is not working. So a little bit of solvent here is breaking it down, and you can see it's pulling a bunch of stuff off. So spray a little bit of that onto the towel, and then just run a ring around, and that is it. All right, guys, so that is going to be a wrap for this Evo vlog. I am absolutely wiped. I started this project like halfway through the day. It is nighttime now. So that just shows you how crazy I am. But I'm glad the oil's changed. I'm glad the car is washed. It looks good. Hopefully it'll stay this clean for another, hopefully couple months until I get to wash it again. And this time I'm not gonna let it go for an entire year. Knock on wood. But yeah, dude, I love this car. It looks so awesome. It looks great. So I'm excited. My goal is to hopefully drive it a lot more this year, especially knowing how fast that can be taken away from you once you get injured. So I would like to keep driving this as much as possible, put more miles on it, and just fall in love with it even more and own it for many, many more years. This thing is just so awesome, dude. I freaking love this car. I hate the Swisstrax right now. Pissed about that still. I haven't forgotten about it, but I do love this car. So as always, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was nothing crazy, more of just kind of a garage hangout with the Evo for the Evo people out there. But as always, if you guys love my content, you like hanging out with me, you want to see more, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up and hit that like button, subscribe down below for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Salt Anthony. Peace.